Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. I'm Lorraine, and for this Throwback Thursday, we aren't throwing back very far. The Painted Poppies set has just recently retired, and I'm pairing it with the greeting from the Irresistible Blooms because Painted Poppies doesn't actually have any greetings in it. And I'm also using the scatter dots from Irresistible Blooms, and I will be using the Painted Texture embossing folder. So I saw this on Instagram. It's and it was put up by Trish Solomon. So stamping.trishka. So I'm not sure if that's Trishka or how it's said, but anyway, the idea came from Trish Solomon. I have stamped and cut out the greeting with one of the Stylish Shapes dies, and I will be just mounting it and then just trimming it to match. And then I've got some of the dots from the 2023 to 2025 in colors. So I am using in colors. I'm using Wild Wheat, Moody Mauve, and Pebbled Path. And the Wild Wheat color, I'm not, it's honestly, it's not a color I would choose normally, but I thought it goes well in small doses for me. So I'm using it as a background. So I've got a Pebbled Path card base, and then this is the Wild Wheat cut 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 because I've just got that really narrow border around it, and then 5 1/4 by 4 piece of the basic white. So I'll just put that over there so you can still see it. And what I did was I took the background stamp from the Painted Poppies and I stamped the centers for the poppies or the flowers, and just stamped, sorry, I'm just gonna move that up so you can see, stamped in the bottom corner like that, and then again, and then stamped in the top corner or the other corner like that. So I am just going to touch this up just a little bit so that it goes all the way to the end. So, and you can tell this one comes in really green, but then when it dries, it goes much lighter. And that's the case with a lot of our ink pads, is they ink out much darker. Sorry, I didn't get my cleaning pad out beforehand, so I'm just going to clean that off, give it a dry. And then I'm going to come in with the Moody Mauve, and I'm just going to ink around it like this. And I've got a schmutz on there. I'm just going to take off like that. And I'm going to just pop another one like that. So doubling up the petals a little bit, but that's okay. And I'm going to come in like this, and then like this, and then like this. So there we go. So I've only got just the 3 petals on the bottom there, but that's okay. I might turn it around and run it like that. And again, you can see that the Moody Mauve comes in quite dark, quite muddy even, but when it's dry, it's really pretty. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Pebbled Path, and I am going to put scatter dots on the center of the flower, just like that. Okay, now I need to run it through my embossing folder. So I'm just going to pop it in like that. And I'll have to wipe off my embossing folder afterwards because the ink is still quite wet on this one. And I don't want it to transfer to the next thing that I emboss with this folder. So just running it through the cut and emboss machine. And then pop it out. And there we go. So it's got some texture to it. And then we can just start putting it all together. So I'm just flat mounting everything, and we'll just build it. So I've actually very thankful for my new subscribers and for my continuing viewers who have been subscribed and continue to comment in that. So for the new subscribers, I tend to do shorter videos. Try to keep it around the 5 to 6 minute mark. Try not to go more than 10. Every now and again, if I'm doing like a technique, it might be 13 or 14 minutes. But it's beautifully simple, simply beautiful. Just the easiest way to put a card together. And some videos I'll pre-do a lot of the work ahead so that we don't waste time on the video. But if there are techniques or things that you'd like explained or shown how to do, please just drop me a note in the comments. And I can do videos for whatever you like. So I'm just coming in and just trimming that edge to match. And like that, there we go. And then I dimensionalize this piece on. So, and of course I don't have my dimensionals right on my desk. So, like I say, it seems like every video I do just about, I'm using the edge of my dimensionals. But there we go. So just peel that off and add it on, and then I will add the bling, which is those, the glossy dots. I think they're the glossy dots. That's what they're called. And then I'm just lining this up kind of in the middle like this. I'm just going to hold it up, make sure I'm straight, and I just need this to lift up just a tad. Oh, now I've gone too high, so there we go. And sorry, my arms in the frame there. These are, what are they called? They're just the in color dots is what they're called. And I'm going to grab a couple of the wild wheat ones. And I'm just going to pop one at the end, or at the beginning of one line, at the end of another. And I'm chasing these things all over the place. There we go. So just pop them down like that, just to kind of bring the eye focused into the middle there. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.